Hello there, my fellow gamers on a budget, and happy Valentine's Day. It is February 14th, 13th, I don't know, 14th. Yep, it's Valentine's Day. I forgot the date of that. So I want to start by saying you're going to notice a watermark in the corner of some of the footage that I'm using in this video. That's because some of the footage that I'm using in this video is from another YouTuber. I believe his name is Gamer's Little Playground. He does movies of games where he just puts all the cutscenes together. He has good work, and I'm going to leave his channel link in the description below. I'm doing all this because I don't really want to start beef with another YouTuber, as I'm a pretty small YouTuber and he's a little bit bigger than me. And also, I don't want to get copyright claimed, which I don't think will happen since the footage was never really his to begin with. But, you know, I just want to be in good grace and good standing with everyone on the YouTube community. So go check out Gamer's Little Playground. Today I want to talk about what used to be my favorite franchise in gaming. It's a very fun franchise, and a franchise I feel like a lot of us grew up with, and that is Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a franchise where, if you don't know, it's a rather big franchise, but you run around as an assassin, taking out targets, doing espionage missions, and really just affecting the course of history through your actions. It's very fun, and you can explore a lot of different parts of different civilizations at different times. So, Assassin's Creed's a great franchise, but I want to talk about a big problem in the Assassin's Creed franchise, and that problem starts at the very beginning, and that is that every Assassin's Creed, well, not everyone, that's the problem that I'm going to be bringing up, but Assassin's Creed 1 through 3, there's actually 4 installments in that gap. There's Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and then there's Assassin's Creed 3. All of those Assassin's Creed video games have two storylines. They have one happening in the past, where you're playing as the assassin, or whoever happens to be in the past. Most of the time it's an assassin, changing history and completing the main part of the storyline. As you run around through the ancient times to the somewhat mid-modern times, not really, but there is a second storyline where you play as a guy named Desmond Miles, and Desmond Miles is a modern-day assassin. He lives life in the modern days, our ages, the time where we are alive. He was captured by Abstergo in the first one, and then he broke out in the second one, and ever since then he's been fighting with the assassins against the Templars in real time, in real life. These two storylines were very, very compelling, and for a long time they kept drawing the player back because they were really interesting. You wanted to know what was going to happen with the Templars and the Assassins in modern times, but you had to play through the ancient times in order to get there, which was also fun. They were really, you know, compelling along the way. Now, where the problem comes in is Assassin's Creed changed up what it was doing around the third installment. In the Assassin's Creed third installment, which was a video game about a Native American named Connor, who kind of ran around during the American Revolution times and sort of fought the Redcoats with the revolutionaries at the time. Connor was a really compelling character, and he was Desmond Miles' last character, as at the end of the game, you died. Apparently there's a secondary ending where if you get the game 100%ed, Desmond Miles doesn't die, but seeing it how at the beginning of Black Flag, which is the next installment in the game, Desmond Miles is dead anyway, we're just going to say that he dies because that seems to be the canon ending that the series continues with. So, in Assassin's Creed 3, you get the last little bit of what forwards the modern-day storyline. After that, Desmond Miles is dead, and the modern-day storyline of Assassins versus Templars in the modern day never really continues. However, you still get the storylines of a different assassin in a different timeline in a different place doing something. And you continue to get these through the next 7 years of installments that the games has made, and those are a lot. We have Assassin's Creed Unity, we have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, we have one based in China, we have one called Rogue. I mean, there's a lot of Assassin's Creed games out there. At one point, they released, I think, 2 or 3 in 1 year. Anyway, all of these games made after Assassin's Creed 3, they don't forward the modern storyline, and they feel really disheartening, and it feels really dull that you never actually seem to find out what actually happened in the modern days between the Assassins and the Templars. Now, I want to talk about maybe why this is happening. Oh, and also, I'm not completely right, because in Assassin's Creed Origins, You kind of sort of get a forwarding of the storyline. Same with an Assassin's Creed Black Flag. However, you never really get a forwarding of the storyline. You get little tidbits of what might be happening and sort of what's going on, but you never really get to understand what the conclusion is. You never really get a substantial piece of the modern day storyline like you did in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, in Assassin's Creed 1, in Assassin's Creed Revelations, and in Assassin's Creed 3. So, what's going on here is basically Ubisoft, who are the makers of Assassin's Creed, are doing something called the sunken cost fallacy. So what the sunken cost fallacy is, it's a fallacy commonly used against gamblers in casinos, where the more money, or in this case time, you put into a certain thing, the more you feel like you're obligated to see it through, because you want to know how it ends, or just what happens in general. This is really shady and underhanded by Ubisoft, because I don't feel like they're ever really going to give us an ending to the modern day storyline, and we obviously really want one as gamers. We want to know what happens to these people that we care about in modern times. What was the point of building up the connections with Desmond and all the side characters if you're simply never going to see them again and never know what happens to them? And Assassin's Creed's changed a lot over the years, but I feel like they should really try to finish the modern-day storyline. The problem with that, and why Assassin's Creed is never going to do that, is because people keep buying their games despite them never giving a real conclusion to what's going on. And if they ever did, well, that would essentially be the end of the Assassin's Creed storyline. And I'm old-fashioned, okay? I'm of the belief that you should start something, continue it, and there should be an end one of these days. So I'm fine if the Assassin's Creed universe comes to an end. I would just really like them to finish the modern-day storyline they got us so hooked on in the first 3 Assassin's Creed. The first 4, actually, when you count Assassin's Creed Revelations, which wasn't given a number. Well, that's pretty much my biggest complaint, and that's why I think Assassin's Creed has a big problem, is they stopped doing their storyline, after number 3, and they just give us the same little tidbits of ancient times, somebody running around in ancient times and fighting Templars, but they never give us substantial finishes to the modern-day storyline, and that's my big complaint. That's what I think the big problem with Assassin's Creed is. And that's pretty much all I got to say today. So that's all from us here at Gamer on a Budget. Everyone out there, save some money and keep gaming.